My girlfriend's sister came to me crying during our engagement ceremony. She placed something in my hand and ran away before I could stop her. I even tried to call her back. Moments later, my girlfriend rushed over shouting, angry at me, and demanded, "What is all this?" I didn't say a single word. I simply handed her the same thing her sister had given me. The moment she looked at it, she burst into tears and walked away without saying anything. I'm a 32-year-old civil engineer working on commercial construction projects across the Midwest. My name's not important, but what happened at what was supposed to be the happiest day of my life damn sure is. I've been with Ashley for 4 years, met her at a mutual friend's barbecue, fell hard, did everything right, saved up for a ring, planned the proposal on a weekend trip to the Smoky Mountains, got down on one knee at sunset overlooking the valley. She said yes. Her family loved me. My family loved her. Everything was perfect. Or so I thought. Our engagement party was set for Saturday, September 16th, at Ashley's parents' place. A beautiful property with a sprawling backyard, string lights everywhere, catering from that Italian place downtown everyone raves about. About 70 people showed up. Friends, family, co-workers. I wore the navy suit Ashley picked out. She looked stunning in this cream-colored dress that somehow made her eyes look even brighter. The party started at 5 p.m. By 6:30, I was making my rounds, shaking hands, accepting congratulations, doing that thing where you pretend you're not exhausted from smiling so much. Ashley's younger sister, Brooke, had been helping set up earlier, but I hadn't seen much of her during the actual party. She was 24, worked as a dental hygienist, always seemed sweet but quiet. We'd talked maybe a dozen times in 4 years, always surface-level stuff. Around 7:15, I was near the back porch talking to my buddy Connor about the Packers game when I felt someone grab my arm. Hard. I turned around, and there was Brooke, mascara running down her face, eyes red and swollen like she'd been crying for hours. "I need to talk to you," she whispered, her voice shaking. "Please. Right now." Connor raised his eyebrows, but stepped away. I looked around for Ashley, but didn't see her. "Brooke, what's wrong? Are you okay?" She shook her head violently, pulling me further away from the crowd, toward the side of the house where it was darker, where no one could see us clearly. Her hand was trembling. "I'm so sorry," she said, barely getting the words out between sobs. "I should have told you months ago. I should have said something. But I was scared and I didn't know what to do and—" "Brooke, slow down. What are you talking about?" She reached into the small purse hanging from her shoulder and pulled out her phone. She tapped on it a few times, her hands shaking so badly she almost dropped it. Then she pressed it into my palm and closed my fingers around it. "Just look at the photos," she said. "I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." And then she turned and ran. Literally ran. Back toward the main party, weaving through groups of people, disappearing into the house. I stood there holding her phone, confused as hell, my heart starting to pound for reasons I didn't understand yet. I looked down at the screen. It was open to the photo gallery. The first image made my stomach drop. It was Ashley, my Ashley, kissing someone. Not just a peck. A full-on, hands-in hair, pressed against a wall kind of kiss. The guy's face was partially visible. I didn't recognize him at first. I swiped to the next photo. Same guy, same day, judging by Ashley's outfit. A yellow sundress I remembered her wearing in July. They were walking together, his arm around her waist. The next photo showed them getting into a car together. The next showed them at what looked like a restaurant, sitting way too close, her hand on his thigh. I swiped faster. More photos. Different days. Different outfits. Weeks of photos. Maybe months. Ashley laughing with this guy. Ashley holding his hand. Ashley coming out of what looked like a hotel. The last photo was time-stamped 3 days ago. September 13th, Wednesday. The day I'd worked late on a project deadline. The day Ashley said she was having dinner with her mom. In the photo, she was in a car with him, kissing him. His hand was on her neck. I couldn't breathe. My vision blurred for a second, and I had to steady myself against the side of the house. The sounds of the party, laughter, music, clinking glasses, felt like they were coming from underwater. That's when I heard her voice. "What the hell is going on?" I looked up. Ashley was storming toward me, her face twisted with anger. Behind her, Brooke stood frozen near the porch steps, her face pale. "Why is my sister crying?" Ashley demanded. "Why are you standing here with her phone? What did you say to her?" I couldn't speak. I just stared at her. This woman I'd planned to marry. This woman I'd trusted completely. Answer me, she shouted. People were starting to notice now. Heads were turning. Conversations were stopping. I didn't say a word. I just held up Brooke's phone and handed it to her. Ashley's face went from angry to confused. She looked down at the screen. I watched as her expression changed. Confusion to recognition to pure horror. The color drained from her face. Her mouth opened, but nothing came out. Then she started crying. Not little tears. Full, body-shaking sobs. She looked up at me, her eyes desperate, and whispered, "I can explain." But she didn't explain. She just stood there crying, holding her sister's phone, while 70 people watched from the backyard. Then she turned and walked away. Just walked straight through the party, past her parents, past my parents, past everyone, and disappeared into the house. I stood there like an idiot, my entire world crumbling in real time. My mom was the first to reach me. "Honey, what happened? What's going on?" I couldn't answer. I just walked to my car and left. Update 1. I drove around for 3 hours that night. Didn't go home. Didn't answer my phone, which was ringing constantly. Ashley, my parents, Connor, Ashley's mom. I ended up at a 24-hour diner off the interstate, sitting in a corner booth, staring at cold coffee. My phone buzzed with a text from Brooke at 11:47 p.m. "I'm staying at a friend's house tonight. I'm so sorry I ruined your party. But you deserve to know." She made me promise not to tell. Said it was over. Said she'd end it. But I saw her with him again last week, and I couldn't keep lying for her. "I'm so sorry." So Brooke had known. For how long? And she'd kept it secret until tonight, until she couldn't anymore. I texted back, "Who is he?" 3 dots appeared. Disappeared. Appeared again. "His name is Brandon. He works at her office. It's been going on since March. 6 months. Half a year of lies." I wanted to throw up. At 1:30 a.m., Ashley called again. I finally answered. "Please come home," she said immediately. Her voice was wrecked from crying. "Please. We need to talk. I need to explain." "Explain what?" My voice came out cold. Flat. "Explain 6 months of cheating?" "It's not. It wasn't like that. I swear. Please just come home." "I'm not coming home tonight." "Then tomorrow. Please. Give me a chance to explain everything. Please. I love you. I made a mistake, but I love you." I hung up. I ended up sleeping in my car in the diner parking lot for a few hours, then drove to Connor's apartment at dawn. He opened the door in his boxers, took one look at me, and said, "Jesus Christ, man. Get inside." I told him everything. Showed him Brooke's texts. He sat there on his couch, stunned. 6 months, he finally said. She's been cheating for 6 months and still went through with the engagement party? That was the part one couldn't wrap my head around either. She'd smiled. She'd kissed me in front of everyone. She'd worn my ring. She'd made a toast about how lucky she was. All while sleeping with someone else. "What are you going to do?" Connor asked. I don't know. But I did know. I just didn't want to say it yet. Sunday morning, I finally went back to our apartment. Ashley was on the couch, still in her engagement party dress, makeup smeared, eyes bloodshot. The place looked like she hadn't moved all night. "Thank God," she whispered when she saw me. She stood up. "Please sit down. Please let me explain." "Fine. Explain." She sat down, wringing her hands. I stayed standing. "It started in March," she began. "At the office. Brandon and I were assigned to a project together. We were working late nights. It just happened. One night we kissed. I knew it was wrong. I knew it immediately. But then it kept happening. I don't know why. I was weak. I was stupid. But I swear to you, I tried to end it multiple times." "When? What? When did you try to end it? Give me dates." She hesitated. I don't remember exact dates. The photos go through last Wednesday, Ashley. 3 days before our engagement party. That doesn't look like trying to end it." She started crying again. I know. But I swear, I told him that week it was over. That I was getting engaged and I couldn't do it anymore. Wednesday was supposed to be the last time I saw him. To end things properly. By making out with him in his car. I know how it looks. You don't know anything. My voice was rising now. You have no idea what you've done. You made me look like a complete fool in front of everyone we know. You let me propose to you. You planned a wedding. You let me believe we had a future, while you were screwing someone else. I wasn't screwing him. Don't lie to me anymore. Please, just stop lying." She covered her face with her hands. "Okay, yes, we slept together. A few times. But it didn't mean anything. He didn't mean anything. You're the one I love. You're the one I want to marry. Get out. What? Get out. This is my apartment. My name on the lease. Get your stuff and get out. No. No, please. We can work through this. We can go to counseling. Please don't do this. Ashley, get out before I call the cops. She stared at me like I'd slapped her. Then she stood up, grabbed her purse, and walked to the door. Before she left, she turned back. I love you, she said. I'm going to fix this. I swear I'm going to fix this. Then she was gone. Update 2. The next 2 weeks were hell. Ashley called and texted constantly. Her mom called me, crying, begging me to reconsider. Her dad called me, apologizing for his daughter, saying he was ashamed of her. My own parents were supportive but kept asking if I was sure I wanted to throw away 4 years over one mistake. One mistake. Like she'd forgotten to pick up milk, not carried on a 6-month affair. Brooke texted me a few times to check in. She'd moved out of her parents' house temporarily, staying with a friend, because apparently Ashley had screamed at her for hours after the party. Called her a traitor. Said she'd ruined her life. I finally agreed to meet Ashley for coffee on October 2nd. Not because I wanted to reconcile, but because I needed closure. Needed to look her in the eye and understand why. We met at a Starbucks near her office. She looked terrible. Thinner. Dark circles under her eyes. Hair pulled back in a messy ponytail. Nothing like the confident, put-together woman I'd known. Thank you for meeting me, she said as I sat down. I didn't respond. Just waited. I've been in therapy, she continued. Trying to figure out why I did what I did. My therapist thinks I have commitment issues. That I self-sabotaged because I was scared of marriage. That's convenient. I'm not making excuses. I'm just trying to understand it myself. Because I do love you. I never stopped loving you. You slept with someone else for 6 months while planning a wedding with me. That's not love. I know. You're right. But people make mistakes. People mess up. And I'm begging you to give me another chance. Please. I'll do anything. I'll quit my job. I'll move. Whatever you need. I need you to be honest with me about one thing. Anything. Did you ever actually plan to stop seeing him? Or were you just going to marry me and keep him on the side? She looked down at her coffee. Didn't answer. That's what I thought. I don't know, she finally whispered. I don't know what I was going to do. I was so confused. I loved you, but I also felt something with him. Something exciting. Something new. And I didn't want to give it up. But I also didn't want to lose you. At least she was being honest now. There's something else you should know, I said. I had your ring appraised last week. Turns out the diamond was insured. So I'm returning it and getting my money back. All $12,000. Which I'm using to move. I found a new place. Closer to my job site. I'm leaving this city. Her face crumpled. You're leaving? Yeah. Fresh start. New life. Without you. Please don't. Please. I can't lose you. You already did. The day you kissed him. I stood up to leave. She grabbed my hand. Wait. There's something you should know too. What? Brandon and I, we're not together. He was married. His wife found out about us 2 weeks ago. She kicked him out. He lost his job. He's blaming me for everything. Saying I seduced him. That I ruined his life. I almost laughed. Almost. Good. You deserve each other. I pulled my hand away and walked out. As I got in my car, my phone buzzed. A text from Brooke. My sister just called me screaming. Said you're moving away. I know you probably don't want to talk to anyone in my family right now, but I just wanted to say thank you for being kind to me that night. And I'm sorry for everything. You deserved better than her. I texted back. You did the right thing telling me. Thank you. She replied almost immediately. Can I ask you something? Sure. Do you think you'll ever be able to trust anyone again? I stared at that question for a long time. Honestly, I didn't know. Update 3. I moved to a new city in early November. Smaller place, but it was mine. No memories. No ghosts. Work kept me busy. I threw myself into projects, worked 60-hour weeks, avoided social media, didn't date. Just existed. Around Thanksgiving, my buddy Connor came to visit for the weekend. We grabbed beers at a local bar, talked about nothing important. It felt good. Normal. You seem better, he said. More like yourself. I'm getting there. Heard through the grapevine that Ashley's been telling people you guys are on a break. That you're coming back after you cool off. I shook my head. She's delusional. Her whole family's apparently a mess. Her parents are still furious with her. Brooke won't talk to her. Brandon's wife filed for divorce and is taking him to the cleaners. Good. We drank in silence for a minute. You ever gonna date again? Connor asked. Eventually. Maybe. I don't know. Fair enough. The truth was, I thought about dating. But every time I considered it, I'd remember that feeling, standing at my own engagement party, holding Brooke's phone, watching my entire future disintegrate in 30 seconds. I'd remember the betrayal, the lies, the humiliation, and I'd think, maybe I'm better off alone. December came and went. Christmas was quiet. My family tried to cheer me up, but I could see the pity in their eyes. That look that said, poor guy, got his heart broken, might never recover. On New Year's Eve, I got an unexpected text. From Brooke. Happy New Year. I hope this year is better for you than the last one. You deserve happiness. I stared at it for a while, then replied, thanks. Same to you. She wrote back, I'm moving to Portland in February. Fresh start. Getting away from family drama. Good for you. Yeah. Hey, random question, but if you're ever in Portland, want to grab coffee? No pressure. Just thought maybe we could both use a friend who understands the whole mess. I read that 3 times. She wasn't flirting. Wasn't trying to set anything up. Just offering friendship. Sure. I'd like that. And weirdly, I meant it. Final update. It's been almost 7 months since the engagement party. Ashley stopped contacting me around March, finally accepting it was over. Last I heard, she moved to another state. I don't know where, and I don't care. Brandon got divorced and lost his house in the settlement. According to Connor's intel, he's living with his parents now. Brooke and I have actually stayed in touch. Not constantly, but we'll text every few weeks. Check in. Share memes. Normal friend stuff. She seems happy in Portland. Started dating someone new. Seems like a good guy. Me? I'm okay. Not great, but okay. Still haven't dated seriously. Had a few casual things that didn't go anywhere. Mostly I focus on work, hit the gym, hang out with Connor when he visits. Some days I'm angry. Some days I'm sad. Most days I'm just neutral. Like I'm healing but the scar tissue is still fresh. I think about what Brooke asked me, if I'd ever trust anyone again. I don't have a good answer yet. Maybe someday. Maybe not. Trust is a hell of a thing to rebuild once it's been shattered. The weird thing is, I'm not even that mad at Brooke anymore for waiting so long to tell me. I understand it now. She was stuck between loyalty to her sister and doing the right thing. She chose the right thing. That took guts. Sometimes late at night, I think about that moment at the engagement party. The moment Brooke pressed her phone into my hand. The moment everything changed. Part of me wishes she'd never told me. That I'd married Ashley, lived in ignorant bliss, maybe never found out. But the bigger part of me knows that's bullshit. Better to know the truth, even if it destroys you, than to live a lie. I'm 33 now. Single. Starting over. No idea what the future holds. But at least it's a future built on truth. That's something. Edit 1. A lot of people have asked if I ever confronted Brandon directly. I didn't. What would be the point? He was a coward who slept with someone he knew was in a relationship. Nothing I could say would change who he is. I let his divorce and ruined reputation speak for itself. Edit 2. To those asking if Ashley ever apologized beyond that coffee meeting. She sent me a long email in February. I didn't read it. Deleted it immediately. Whatever she had to say, I didn't need to hear it. Some apologies come too late. Edit 3. Someone asked if I regret proposing to her at all. Honestly, no. At the time, I loved her. I thought we had something real. The fact that she destroyed it doesn't erase the good times we had before. It just means I learned who she really was before I made an even bigger mistake. In a twisted way, Brooke saved my life.